Hello, and welcome. Have you ever dreamt of a future without limits? A future where you can apply for your dream job at a multinational company, travel to any corner of the globe with confidence, or study at a world-class university. There is a single tool, a single skill, that acts as the master key to unlocking all of these doors. And that key is the English language. Today, we're not just going to talk about learning English as a school subject. We're going to explore how mastering this one language can fundamentally transform your career, your education, your relationships, and your entire perspective on the world. This isn't just about learning new words, it's about building a new future for yourself. So, let's dive into why English isn't just another language, but a global passport to opportunity. So, what makes English so special? First, its sheer scale. It is the official or co-official language in over 50 countries, but its reach extends far beyond that. Think of it as the world's lingua franca, a common bridge language that people use when their native languages are different. It's the official language of aviation. Every pilot and air traffic controller in the world must communicate in English. It's the language of international business, diplomacy, and science. This global status provides incredible flexibility. Imagine you're traveling to Tokyo, or Seoul, or Rio de Janeiro. While learning Japanese, Korean, or Portuguese is wonderful, a functional knowledge of English will almost always allow you to navigate airports, hotels, and tourist areas with ease. It is the world's unofficial second language, your safety net for communication wherever you go. Beyond physical travel, English is the undisputed language of our digital world. It is the language of the internet.
Stop and think about that.
Over 50% of all content on the internet is written in English. The most comprehensive articles on Wikipedia, the latest trends on social media platforms like X and Reddit, the cutting-edge discussions in tech forums, they all happen first and foremost in English. Without it, you are locked out of more than half of the digital universe. And this digital dominance translates directly into the professional world. Look at job postings for major international companies, or even local companies with global ambitions. You will almost always see English proficiency required. It's no longer a bonus skill, it's a baseline requirement in fields like technology, finance, marketing, and science. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful doors English unlocks. Education. Have you ever dreamt of studying abroad? Universities like Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, MIT, the top academic institutions on the planet, all use English as their language of instruction. But it's not just about attending these universities in person. It's about accessing their knowledge from anywhere in the world. The vast majority of groundbreaking scientific research, influential academic journals, and transformative books are published in English. So, whether you want to learn about astrophysics, ancient history, or artificial intelligence, the most comprehensive and up-to-date resources will be in English. Mastering the language gives you a front-row seat to the world's collective knowledge. This access to resources extends far beyond formal education. Think about your daily life. The largest online encyclopedia, Wikipedia, has its most extensive articles in English. The most popular online courses on platforms like Coursera and edX are taught by professors from top American and British universities. And, of course, there's entertainment. It's the difference between watching a Hollywood blockbuster with subtitles and catching the subtle wordplay and jokes directly. It's about listening to your favorite song and understanding the poetry of the lyrics on the first listen. It's about having a nearly unlimited library of films, music, podcasts, and books right at your fingertips in their original, intended form. But English is more than just a tool for consuming information. It's a tool for creating connections. In our hyper-connected world, you have the ability to make friends with people from virtually every country on Earth. Through social media, online gaming, or special interest forums, you can connect with people who share your passions. These interactions do more than just fight boredom. They are a real-world training ground for your language skills. Having a simple conversation with someone from another country builds your speaking confidence in a low-pressure, authentic way. You learn about their culture, you share your own, and you build a global network of friends, all made possible by a shared language. This brings me to a less tangible, but perhaps the most important, benefit: the growth of your personal confidence. The process of learning a language and succeeding at it, of going from silence to conversation, is a profound confidence booster. It proves to yourself that you can take on a difficult challenge and conquer it. Furthermore, language learning inherently makes you more open-minded. When you learn English, you're not just learning words, you are learning about the cultures that speak it. You're exposed to different ways of thinking, different perspectives, and different values. This broadens your worldview and makes you a more empathetic and culturally aware global citizen. So you're convinced. You understand why English is so important. The next question is, how do you start? The mountain can seem intimidating, so let's focus on the first few steps. The absolute first step is to familiarize yourself with the very basics, the foundation. Don't start with complex grammar. Start with everyday greetings. Hello, good morning, how are you? Thank you, you're welcome. Then start naming your world. Look around you right now. This is a laptop. This is a phone. This is a window. This is a chair. Build your core vocabulary based on your immediate environment. And then, the most crucial habit of all, you must practice speaking every single day. Even if you have no one to talk to yourself. It might feel strange at first, but it is the single most effective way to build fluency without fear. Describe your room out loud. Explain your plans for the day. Read a news article out loud. Your mouth is a set of muscles, and it needs a daily workout to get comfortable forming English sounds. When you start speaking, begin with simple sentences. Don't try to form complex, multi-clause sentences. The goal is clarity, not complexity. Instead of trying to say, despite the fact that I am feeling rather tired, I believe I must complete this report, just say, I am tired, but I have to finish this report. Start simple, and complexity will come naturally later. At the same time, you need to work on your input. This is where active listening becomes your superpower. It's not enough to just have English music playing in the background. Active listening means you engage with what you're hearing. Find a short podcast, a YouTube video, or a TV show. Listen to a 1-minute segment. Try to write down what you heard. What words did you catch? What was the main idea? This trains your ear to pick out details from the flow of natural speech and is key for improving your comprehension and pronunciation. As you listen more, you'll naturally want to build your vocabulary. A great technique is to learn words in thematic groups. Instead of random words, decide on a theme for the week. This week is Food Week. Learn words like appetizer, main course, dessert, delicious, spicy. This contextual learning helps your brain create connections and makes words easier to remember. Then, practice simple questions and answers. This helps you think faster in English. Ask yourself a question and answer it out loud. What did I do yesterday? Yesterday, I went to work. Then I met my friends for dinner. This simple exercise trains your brain for the back-and-forth rhythm of a real conversation. The key is to integrate English into your daily routine. Attach your learning to habits you already have. Listen to an English podcast while you commute. Read an English news site while you drink your morning coffee. For those who need more structure, joining a language class or a conversation group can be incredibly beneficial. A good teacher can provide professional guidance and correct your foundational mistakes, while a group provides accountability and a supportive community of fellow learners. You realize you're not alone in your struggles. But whether you study alone or in a group, the two most important ingredients are patience and consistency. You will not become fluent overnight. There will be frustrating days. But you must be patient with your progress. And you must be consistent. Even 15 to 20 minutes of focused practice every single day is infinitely more powerful than a 5-hour study session once a week. And please, Celebrate your small wins. Did you understand a full sentence in a movie? Celebrate. Did you successfully ask for directions? That's a huge victory. Acknowledge your progress to keep your motivation high. As you remain patient and consistent, you'll start to see the real-world benefits of fluency emerge. Traveling becomes a completely different experience. You're no longer just a tourist following a guide. You're an explorer. You can ask locals for their favorite restaurant. You can understand the stories behind historical sites. You can navigate public transport with ease. The stress of the language barrier disappears, replaced by a sense of freedom and connection. This ability to connect is profound. You can build genuine relationships with people from different cultures. You can move beyond simple greetings and have deep conversations about life, work, family, and dreams. These cross-cultural friendships are one of the most enriching experiences a person can have, and English is very often the bridge that makes them possible. This newfound confidence has a powerful effect in both your professional and social life. Being able to express your thoughts clearly and precisely in English makes you feel more capable and self-assured. In a professional setting, you're no longer afraid to speak up in a meeting with international colleagues. You can articulate your ideas, defend your position, and contribute meaningfully. Socially, it frees you from the anxiety of misunderstanding or being misunderstood. You can relax, be yourself, and let your true personality shine through. You can tell stories, make jokes, and have nuanced conversations. This ability to express the full range of who you are in the world's most common language is a profound and deeply satisfying achievement. Ultimately, fluency in English is one of the most valuable assets you can possess in today's job market. It immediately widens your career opportunities, giving you access to jobs not just in your own country, but all over the world. It makes your resume stand out and often leads to higher-paying positions. Beyond your career, it gives you unrestricted access to global educational resources. And on a deeper level, the process of learning another language actually develops your brain. It enhances your cognitive skills, improves your memory, and strengthens your critical thinking abilities. When you learn a new language, you're constantly analyzing structures, solving problems, and thinking about different ways to express an idea. You're not just learning English, you are upgrading your mind. So, how do we get there? Let's recap and expand on the core habits for achieving fluency. The first is consistent listening. I cannot overstate this. You must listen to English every single day. The goal at this stage is to train your ear to understand the nuances of pronunciation, intonation, and sentence structure. Listen to a variety of sources: podcasts for conversations, news for formal language, and TV shows for everyday slang. Pay attention to how native speakers connect their words and the rhythm of their speech. The second core habit is daily reading. Reading is arguably the best way to build a rich vocabulary and develop an intuitive understanding of grammar. It exposes you to correct sentence structures over and over again until they start to feel natural. Start with materials that are slightly challenging but not overwhelming, like news articles or blogs on topics you enjoy. As you progress, move on to nonfiction books and even novels. And as you learn, you must practice. Find a conversation partner or join an online community where you can use what you're learning. This active practice is where you turn passive knowledge into an active skill. It builds confidence and helps you identify your weak points. If you need guidance, joining a language class can provide professional instruction and a structured path. But whether you learn with a teacher or on your own, remember that patience is the ultimate key. You will make thousands of mistakes. Embrace them. Every mistake is a lesson. And remember that consistency trumps intensity. A focused 15 or 20 minutes every single day is better than a marathon 5-hour session on the weekend. Daily practice keeps the information fresh in your mind and builds momentum. It's about building a sustainable habit, not burning yourself out. Let's finish with a few extra power tips for your toolkit. First, use flashcards, but use them smartly with a spaced repetition system like Anki. This shows you words right before you're about to forget them, making memorization incredibly efficient. Second, keep a journal. At the end of each day, write just 3 or 4 sentences in English about your day. This simple habit forces you to practice thinking and forming sentences in English. Third, mimic native speakers. Find a short clip of a speaker you like. Listen to one sentence, then pause and repeat it exactly as they did. Copy their tone, their rhythm, their emotion. This is one of the fastest ways to improve your pronunciation and sound more natural. And finally, develop a daily learning routine and stick to it. Maybe it's 10 minutes of a podcast in the morning, 10 minutes of reading at lunch, and 10 minutes of journaling at night. A consistent routine removes the need for motivation. It just becomes a part of who you are. Ultimately, learning English is a journey of transformation. It's a commitment to opening your mind, expanding your world, and becoming a more connected and capable version of yourself. The path may be long, but the destination is more than worth it. Thank you for investing your time in yourself and in your future today. I hope this has given you a clear and motivating roadmap. The key is to start small, stay consistent, and never forget the incredible opportunities that await you. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content to help you on your journey. And tell me in the comments, what is the #1 reason you want to become fluent in English? Thank you for watching. Now, go out there and start your journey.